What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So this is being recorded right before Toronto and Golden State game 6 tonight. A couple things have happened lately, kind of. Kyrie Irving, there's just a report that he is fully expected to sign with the Brooklyn Nets this offseason. I don't know how true that is. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, I've never done a Kyrie Irving Brooklyn Nets rebuild, so I'm not going to do it again. And then we got Kemba Walker announcing that he would love to stay in Charlotte, and he would even take less money to stay in Charlotte. So I decided, I know I did a Bull Hornets rebuild a while ago, but I decided, right, that Kemba wants to stay in Charlotte. If he's going to stay in Charlotte, there's one of two things that can happen, right? So either the Hornets can basically trade a lot of their young assets and a lot of whatever assets they have, first round picks, etc., and try to build this team around Kemba, or they're just going to waste the rest of his prime, because there's no in between, I don't think. I mean, a lot of these players they have under contract are just horrible contracts. So they're going to have to give away young players, attach first round picks. So I'm going to do this in a realistic way today, and I'm going to try to make the best case scenario for Kemba Walker if he were to stay with Charlotte, and try to make the team good around him. So that's my plan today. So let's just see how this is going to go, boys. So we'll go ahead and just get right to it. So of course we all know the Hornets have the 11th or the 12th pick overall, but like I said, if they are going to fully commit to Kemba Walker and trying to build a team around him, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to waste my time. And I'm going to also add that this is going to be a realistic rebuild, or as realistic as I can be, and that we may not make playoffs in this video. That's just how real that this can get, because we have no idea what the Hornets' future is going to look like. So I've traded for Kevin Love in the past. I'm going to try to stay away from that when I do this Hornets rebuild, but when I look at this first round pick, either you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to trade that first round pick to try to get a star that a team is ready to give up on or something like that. You could do something like that. And there's one player I do have that comes to mind when I'm thinking about that, and that is Mr. Hassan Whiteside, who I don't know if he's still worth a first round pick at all, but if I were the Hornets, I wouldn't do it. Of course, Hassan Whiteside is going to accept that player option, so maybe Hassan Whiteside is a guy they can target. Maybe some other guy like Hassan Whiteside comes to mind, Kevin Love comes to mind. I'm thinking about stars, like players that people are like teams are just ready to give up on. Obviously they can't get Anthony Davis, that's just out of the question. Blake Griffin, maybe, probably not though, because I'm sure Detroit still wants to see if they can make that work. And then maybe even Chris Paul, but I don't know how good Chris Paul and Kemba Walker in the backcourt would be, but I'm sure the Hornets could do it. I mean, the Rockets want to get out of his contract. I'm sure the Hornets could do it. So there's a lot of ways they could go about it, right? They could go for an aging star or some player that a team does not want. So like I said though, I'm gonna be somewhat realistic in this video. So I think the first player we're going to target is Miami Heat's Hassan Whiteside. I think that makes a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and make sure his contract, that way we can trade for him. Now if you do want to trade for a player that is not under contract or has an option, you just do this and they're back on their option. So I don't know, like I said, I have no idea if Hassan Whiteside is still worth a first round pick. Maybe a second rounder, but I'm sure he could be worth that. But as far as what the Heat might want, of course they're going to probably want trade flexibility or a cap space. So I mean, obviously you can go ahead and get Hassan Whiteside. You could probably throw like maybe Dwayne Bacon in there. You could throw like so let's say we just threw in, let's see what we got here, Cody Zeller, 26 years old. I don't know if a team would want him, but let's say we traded Cody Zeller for Hassan Whiteside. So right, I mean, maybe, just maybe, Cody Zeller would be a good fit in Miami. Not really. Actually, I can't even justify this trade. Let's go for somebody else. Bismack Biyombo, maybe, because Bismack would be an expiring after the season, right? So he's obviously going to accept that player option. So let's go ahead and make him accept it. And then you're going to have to throw in maybe a little bit more to get Hassan Whiteside. Like I said, you guys could debate down in the comment section below. Is Hassan Whiteside still worth a first round pick? Personally, I think he could be maybe a late first round pick, but I don't know about a lottery pick. So let's go Whiteside for Bismack, right? We'll do something like that. And of course the Hornets or the Heat are going to have to get something out of this, because why would they want to trade a worse player? Why would they want to trade Hassan Whiteside for a worse player? I mean, obviously they want to get rid of Hassan Whiteside, but they're not gaining anything if they just give Bismack Biyombo. So then you kind of look at this. They could go for Devontae Graham. Could go like maybe a future first would probably do it, like maybe a future like 2021 or 2022, just some first round pick that you could trade, maybe put some protections on it. I'm gonna make it unprotected. Let's just see if they would take this straight up. They probably won't, but they agree. So we get Hassan Whiteside from the Miami Heat. That was the first realistic trade I could think of for the Hornets, and you got Hassan Whiteside. and you still have the 11th pick overall. So then you use that 11th pick, you turn around and probably try to use that to, or that 12th pick I should say, and try to get rid of some contracts, because you have a lot of terrible contracts. Batum is the first player I would think the Hornets would want to get rid of. So let's try to find some player who's on maybe a 1-year deal that a team is kind of in a rebuild mode set right now. Like Kim Bazemore makes sense to me. You get Batum, and maybe Nicholas Batum wouldn't be there. I mean, of course, it's going to slow down the Hawks maybe a little bit. So the Hawks could make sense, but they would get another pick. The Cavs make sense to me also. So you can go to the Cavaliers. Let's see what they could give us. Maybe we could get like Tristan Thompson from them. We get an expiring deal, which is what we want. We could get Clarkson, which actually could make some sense. So let's go with Clarkson. Basically, the Cavaliers would trade Clarkson for a first-round lottery pick. That makes so much sense to me. Let's see if we can get another player in this trade. J.R. Smith, obviously, they want to trade him, and Brandon Knight or something like that. So they trade Jordan Clarkson and Brandon Knight for the Hornets to have trade flex, or for the Hornets to have cap space going forward, because Batum is going to hinder them. So this is another realistic trade I could see happen in real life. So let's see if they'll take this. And they want to counter offer it and give me John Henson as well, and I have to offer 2 second-round picks. Obviously, I want to do a trade like this. So let's say this trade, something like this happened. I really don't want to do that, so let's try for something else. Maybe not Brandon Knight. Let's try to get like Brandon Knight might be the, or it's, I guess we get Dellavedova possibly. Let's see if they would just do that. Okay, they agree. So we get Dellavedova instead of Brandon Knight. So just like that, we got Jordan Clarkson now, who could start in the backcourt with Kemba Walker or something. So I'm liking these trades so far. It's not bad. So we just traded our first-round pick to get rid of Nicholas Batum's contract, which is what we wanted. So I mean, that's what the Hornets are going to have to do if they're going to get rid of some of these contracts and terrible contracts they have. So far, so good, in my opinion. So now we have second rounders. You could keep those. I mean, Cody Zeller's contract's not terrible. He's somewhat of a productive player. So I'll go ahead and keep him around. Let's go ahead and just see if we can get a couple of second-round picks. I hope you guys do think this is realistic. I am trying to be as realistic as I can. Some of you guys may think it's not, but it is what it is. So Jalen McDaniels, I'm going to go ahead and draft him here because he's here. And then we can go for another second-round pick here. Let's see what we can get here. Taco Fall. I'm sure some of you want me to draft him, so I'll do it. We'll do it. So Taco Fall, welcome to the Hornets. So I actually enjoy doing these realistic rebuilds because I can kind of debate with you guys. Tony Parker, obviously, retired in real life, so I'm going to decline him. And MKG, Willie Gomez, and we have Marvin Williams, terrible contract, who he did accept his player option in real life. But just like that, qualifying offers. Frank Kaminsky is someone I could see them bringing back. But as far as everything else is concerned, you have negative $1.98 million. Tony Parker, you're going to go ahead and renounce him. We're going to renounce this guy. Jeremy Lamb, I'm sure is somebody they could potentially bring back. But I probably won't bring him back. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. So when I look at the roster now, obviously we're going to be bringing back Kemba Walker. That's just an obvious statement. But we have Clarkson and Malik Monk. Malik Monk, you'd probably end up trading and trying to get rid of Marvin Williams' contract if a team is willing to take it on for a season. So maybe we'll do something like that. MKG, also another not very good contract. Maybe a team would take him on. So Hassan Whiteside, Cody Zeller, Hernan Gomez. A lot of centers. Cody Zeller's contract, I don't know what we're going to do with that. Hernan Gomez is another nice young player. So let's just try to, let's try to get rid of Marvin Williams' contract. Let's say if they were going to try to get rid of Marvin Williams. So Marvin Williams, you would have to probably trade another young player to get rid of him. So I'm looking at a rebuilding team, maybe like the Hawks. So we've traded 2 first-round picks in this video so far, and I'm not even feeling that good about it. So we get, let's say we got, what do they got? Let's say we got Isaac Humphries for them or something. So we trade, what's his name? Marvin Williams for Isaac Humphries, but we have to offer probably, like maybe let's say, not Miles Bridges. Let's try not to offer Miles Bridges. Let's say Dwayne Bacon and Hernan Gomez. Like 2 young players that the Hawks could use going forward. And maybe even another second or something like that. So just like that, actually maybe not a second. Like Dwayne Bacon and Hernan Gomez. Just a young player. You get Isaac Humphries. Maybe a Kent Bazemore, a win now player. Maybe to come off the bench for you as well. Something like that. Maybe to help Kemba Walker right now. Let's see if they'll take this. And they agree. Just like that, we get rid of what's his name's contract. And we get maybe a better productive player in Kent Bazemore than Marvin Williams. So I like what we've done so far. It's not too bad. Malik Monk, we probably end up sending him to the G League for this season. But other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, obviously, I really don't want him to start the power forward. So Kemba Walker is definitely a must to bring back. So let's go ahead and just do that right now. We're not going to give him the max because he said in real life he'd be willing to take a different offer than the max. Or he'd be taking less than the max if to help the Hornets stay or help them get other players. So we have Kemba Walker, Dellavedova, Clarkson, Cam Bazemore, Miles Bridges at the starting small forward. We have MKG at the power forward right now. Let's see what we could maybe get at the power forward to make it a little bit better. Thaddeus Young, could you afford a guy like Thaddeus Young? Maybe like a 2-year deal for Thad Young. Maybe someone that could come in and help out right away. Jeremy Lamb, you know what? We might as well bring him back as well. He's a productive player for the Hornets. Probably their second best scorer behind Kemba Walker. So we'll sign Jeremy Lamb. And then Frank Kaminsky, we'll go ahead and bring him back as well. Probably bring him back on his qualifying offer. And that should be good. So that's all I'm going to do for this season, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just simulate to next season because I probably have talked quite a bit. Going to give you guys a little bit of a break from hearing me. So I don't know if these are going to be good enough moves to have the Hornets have some production, but we're going to keep going forward, keep building towards the future, and hopefully we can build something around Kemba Walker. In this season, we went 43-39, which is a step in the right direction for Charlotte. So we made the playoffs. That's what Kemba wanted, but now we're facing the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's go ahead and see what the player stats looked like, though, for the team. We had about 25.8 from Kemba Walker, who absolutely dominated. We had a 14 from Jordan Clarkson, who was decent. I actually did end up re-signing him to throughout his kind of his prime, I guess. 30 years old. So, I mean, he's a pretty productive player, I guess. So I definitely wanted to keep him around. Jeremy Lamb also 13 points. Hassan Whiteside 13-11. I think I might end up re-signing Hassan Whiteside as long as the price is right. Miles Bridges 11.5. Cody Zeller had about 8.7 off the bench. Thaddeus Young did his thing. So not too bad of a season, honestly. Not too bad. It could have gone a lot worse, but we did make the playoffs. Let's see if we can perform well at all against Milwaukee. We're up 1-0 to start. They do even it up with us. 2-1 for us. Can we go up 3-1? We do. Could we make it to the second round in this first season? We make it to the second round in 6 games, and we're facing the Washington Wizards. So, obviously, I don't know if this could happen next season for the Charlotte Hornets, but you know what? We'll see. But we're up 1-0 to start. 2-0, 2-1, and just like that, they even it up. Man, please don't lose. 3-2. Can we win in 6 games? Okay, game 7. Go do some simcast here because I feel like I never do it and I just let the computer control it. But let's see if we can win in game 7. If we win this game, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals, guys. That is insane, and we're not going to, though. Looks like the Wizards got the best of us. So we made it to the second round. I don't care that we got eliminated in the second round because we shouldn't have been there, I would think. I think the Hornets are going to have a little bit harder of a time to get into the second round based off what they're working with. But like I said, guys, this is a possibility for Charlotte fans this offseason, for the Hornets anyway, if they were able to do some crazy stuff like this. But let's just keep turning through, trying to be realistic, and see what we can do going forward for this team. So we made it to the second round. It's time to build from there. So for the draft lottery, we were 1-1 away from the Eastern Conference Finals as well. Obviously, this isn't 2K, but still, it's still something, right? So we have the 18th pick overall. We have James Brango still as our head coach. I don't know if I really like him as our head coach. I'm probably going to keep him for now because we did make the playoffs, so I might as well just keep him. Our assistant coach, it could be better, but like I said, I'll leave it. And then assistant GM, try to get one of these. Let's try to get both these guys, and let's try to get the other one as well. And that way we could have some good GMs. Although the good GM is right here in the video. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, anyway, for the draft, let's skip to that. 18th pick, we have some late second, not early seconds, I should say, from the Knicks. We have the 18th pick overall. Cody Zeller's contract, I don't care. I might have to trade my late second rounders to get rid of it now because I know Cody Zeller had himself a decent season, but we could definitely trade. We can get Rosenwelt and a first round pick. I necessarily don't think the Clippers should be giving me a first round pick, and I don't know if the Clippers should be trading or taking a contract like that. We get Norman Powell, get Jordan Bell, Jake Layman, JaVale McGee from the Warriors, Zubac, Milwaukee Bucks will give us Jonathan Porter. So I'm actually going to go and propose trade. So what is a team that's, maybe still looking in a rebuild? Let's see what we got. The Grizzlies. Maybe the Grizzlies would take him. Jonas Valanciunas, one weird thing that happened. He declined his $17 million player option, which I was shocked because I don't know if he's going to get more than that in free agency, but I guess we'll see. But Justice Winslow, what else good? Jazz. Maybe the Jazz would take Cody Zeller. I can see them being the weird team that would take Cody Zeller or something. So Dante Exum, we could get Dante Exum off our bench. So that's going to save us a little bit of money, and we get Dante Exum, I guess. So we'll go for something like that. Exum for Zeller straight up. They don't want to do that trade. How about a late second round or an early second round? How about this early second? They agree, so we do trade one of our early seconds to save maybe $6 million, and we get Dante Exum, who is decent, I guess, but not really anybody you can go crazy over. But wow, we have a lot of cap holds. But for the draft, we have the 18th pick overall. I'm going to go ahead and draft somebody here to come help us right away. So let's see if we can get at number 18. See what's out here. We can get Isaiah Stewart, Precious. I think I'm going to take Precious here, actually. So we'll do that. Precious. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but we'll take him. And then let's see what as far as rookie signing. Took Reggie Perry in the second round. Probably won't bring him here. Blake Monk, I'm going to go ahead and accept him. Devontae Graham, I'm going to accept him as well. Bring all those guys back. Qualifying offers, we have none. And then moratorium day, probably, like I said, negative $88 million. That's crazy. Kim Bazemore, we can renounce like all of these guys, I would think. We're going to renounce everybody besides Hassan Whiteside. I guess we can renounce him as well. We have $27 million because $40 million cap hold is kind of ridiculous. So Dante Exum might be the backup point guard next year. We'll see how it goes. Jordan Clarkson, we have 3 good shooting guards, 3 serviceable shooting guards. We can definitely move one of them to small forward. Maybe not. Center, we have Taco Fall. So yeah, Hassan Whiteside, somebody I'm definitely going to bring back because we don't even have a good center right now. Thaddeus Young, Jalen McDaniels. So kind of looking at either trading Miles Bridges or trading Malik Monk or Jeremy Lamb or Jordan Clarkson. So I don't know, man. I guess Malik Monk could potentially get you some, but Jeremy Lamb or Jordan Clarkson would you could. So maybe I'll actually keep Malik Monk. Let's keep Malik Monk and let's trade Jeremy Lamb. I guess we'll do that. So let's trade Jeremy Lamb because we don't need him, and let's get rid of him real quick. And let's see what we can get for him. Maybe a first rounder or something would be fine. KCP off the bench. Maybe a backup center would probably be the best case scenario. Harry Giles. I could see this happening, like Harry Giles for Jeremy Lamb. Maybe the Kings are on the verge of making the playoffs. Jeremy Lamb is somebody that can maybe use off their bench, and Harry Giles is just not cutting it in Sacramento. He's only has 1 year left on his deal, so they could get something for him. I don't see the first round pick being a thing, but Harry Giles for Jeremy Lamb swap could make sense. So get Harry Giles off the bench. I'm cool with that. But obviously, as far as free agency is concerned, we could get Pascal Siakam. Be nice, but like I said, as far as realism goes, we have Thaddeus Young at the power forward spot right now. Could get Hassan Whiteside. So could I get, like, I don't know if that's realistic though, because I'm trying to be really realistic. Could I get Pascal and Hassan Whiteside? That probably could not happen. We get both probably, or probably one of them. Hassan Whiteside, of course, I'm definitely gonna bring him back. Maybe not, like maybe a 3-year deal will be fine. I'm not gonna give him like a 5-year long-term deal though. MKG, Siakam, Zach Randolph, Dario Saric. Dario Saric, someone we could target. Let's see if we can maybe land him for a 3-year deal. I would be fine with that. The Dario Saric, nope, we can't get him. So that's all right though. Let's see what else we can get as far as power forwards. We could just keep Thaddeus Young, Davis Bertans, Jay Crowder. I guess we'll just get Hassan Whiteside in this free agency, and we'll be good there. But other than that, I don't know if we're gonna be able to afford anybody else really. So I guess we'll just roll with that going forward. So could get Bertans off the bench, but I'll probably just roll with Thaddeus Young for now. And we'll free up money where we need to eventually. But you know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and just roll with the team we got right now. We didn't change much. We traded Jeremy Lamb for a backup center. Got Hassan Whiteside back because he had a productive season for us. And he helped us make the playoffs. But as far as anything else, we'll just see how the season goes. Malik Monk might be a trade candidate by the trade deadline if this isn't going well. And of course, we're not really in the mindset to wait for a guy like Malik Monk to become really good because we've given Kemba Walker a 5-year deal and we're trying to build the team around him. So let's see how this goes. Like I said, Malik Monk could be a traded candidate, but we'll see. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, we went 46-36 this time. We're facing Milwaukee Bucks once again. We had a better record, but we're still the 4th seed. So let's go ahead and see these player stats real quick. We had 21.7 from Kemba. Malik Monk stepped it up big time with 17 points per game, so I really couldn't trade the dude. I mean, he was very productive, so I couldn't do it. Clarkson off the bench was really good as well for us as well. Hassan Whiteside, still 12, 11, and 2 blocks. Still doing his thing. Miles Bridges still doing his thing. So, I mean, our rotation was fine. It wasn't too bad. Let's just go ahead and see how these playoffs go, and then we'll go from there. So, we're up 1-0 again on Milwaukee. 2-0. 3-0. Can we go up 3-0? Are we going to sweep the Bucks? No. 3-1. 3-2. Please don't do this to me, 2K. Don't do this to me. I'm just gonna let it go through, and we just blew through a lead. So okay, I was gonna take my L. There was no point of stopping it in Simcast because I just was astonished because that's just what 2K does. No one in the history of the NBA has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit, but 2K thinks it's just obvious and thinks it happens every day for whatever reason. So you know what? I'll take my L there. That'll be fine. We got one more offseason to try to push this team over the top. We got to sign. We're gonna have to resign Malik Monk, and there's gonna be some other players walking, but we'll figure it out. So for the draft lottery, I skipped over the league meetings on accident, but whatever. We still have the 20th pick overall, so I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Staff signing James Berengo. I'm gonna go ahead and fire him now because it is time to get a really good head coach to coach this team going forward. If we can get Nick Nurse, that'd be great. If not, I'll go for Tony Peterson, I guess. I want Nick Nurse, please. Okay, now we get Tony Peterson instead. Whatever. So for the draft, let's go ahead and see. We have the 20th pick, 15th pick, 22nd pick. So no big contracts I really want to get rid of. Hassan Whiteside's been great for us in this video, so I'm not going to go ahead and trade him. Clarkson's been fine. So yeah, like I said, no one I really want to get rid of. So let's go ahead and just draft somebody here with the 2021 draft class. And we get Adam Miller, Moses Moody, Kyrie Walker, BJ Boston. I have no idea who's good, but I'm going to just take BJ Boston. I think that's who I just took. Yep, okay, out of Duke. And I don't know if he was any good. He is a 76 overall, so not bad. BJ Boston, yep, that's his name. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, probably decline our second round picks. Miles Bridges is back. Qualifying offers. We have a lot of young players to resign. Holy crap. Okay. McDaniels, Blake Monk, Justin Jackson, not worried about. Taco Fall, I'm not really worried about either, sorry. And then Monk. So yeah, we have 3 players to resign, but I don't know if we'll resign every single one of them. We'll see how this offseason goes. But negative $16.96 million. Dante Exum won't be bringing back. Thaddeus Young probably won't bring you back either, my dude. And then Justin Jackson, Magruder, Taco Fall. We have $11 million and all these cap holds. So when we look at the team, though, we have Clarkson, or we have Kemba and Devontae Graham. BJ Boston, just recently drafted him. He is 6'7". So we could end up trading him possibly. Power forward, we don't have any, so we're definitely going to need a power forward. Could just resign McDaniels, though, to play that spot. But as far as power forwards available, Kyle Kuzma, Jaden McDaniels, I'll probably just bring him. Jalen McDaniels, probably just bring him back. Collins, maybe we could get Lauri Markkanen. I know we can afford Markkanen, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Chicago is definitely going to want him back bad. So, going to be realistic. So, Collins. Let's see what else we got. We could get Steven Adams. So a power forward is necessary. Like I said, we'll probably just get Jalen McDaniels back. Could get Malik Monk back. Of course, $25 million, dude. Holy moly. I'm not giving you that much money. You got me 10 times. No, just no. I'm not doing it. So, like I said, we need a backup point guard. BJ Boston, definitely probably going to end up trading him. Precious, Miles Bridges. I definitely want a better starting small forward, though. So let's look for that. So let's go BJ Boston and Miles Bridges, I guess. And let's see if I could get a better starting small forward. We could get Favors. Al Horford and Marcus Smart. Not going to do that. Serge Ibaka. So there's definitely offers here. Bojan Bogdanovic, Malik Beasley, Will Barton, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Damian Dotson, Mitchell Robinson, Karooks and Kim Birch, Miles Turner. Our power forward spot could be like solved right here. Mirotic and Covington. Holy crap. That actually just fits so perfect. I'm not even going to lie. We might do this trade because they're both 30. Fit the timeline of Hassan Whiteside. And yeah, we're doing this trade. We got to do it, right? So Mirotic is going to start at the small forward, power forward. Covington will probably start at the small forward. Wow. Okay. That is just a W in my opinion. I know we're trading young players, but man, we need veterans right now. Miles Bridges, you've been great here in Charlotte, but I'm sorry, bud. I'm going to have to let you go. Let's just see where this could get us now. So we got a starting small forward, Rocco. I'm probably going to start Robert Covington over Precious, or it may start the other guy. I don't know. Mirotic, power forward's good. Center, so this is looking good so far. We can get Malik Monk back. I'm still cool with that. We need a backup point guard and backup center. So we need some backups, right? So center, let's see if we can find a backup center real quick. Jeremy, or not. This is why I'm not even looking the right. Kevon Looney is going to play tonight. So Kevon Looney, Zach Collins, Jahlil Okafor, Willie Reed, Aaron Baines. Let's go for Myers Leonard, Boban Marjanovic. Let's go for Myers Leonard, I guess. So we'll give him a minimum offer. And then let's just see. So no, I'm not renouncing the rights on anybody. So I want all those. Oh, wait, we're going to get Harry Giles back. And Malik Monk got his offer. I don't think I can afford to let the guy go. So I'm going to go ahead and match it. So Malik Monk, welcome back to Charlotte. And we're going to have Malik Monk back. And then we'll have Jalen McDaniels back. A backup point guard, though, Brad Wanamaker, 31 years old. I think he fits the timeline of the team, so I'll go ahead and try to sign him as well. And okay, Brad Wanamaker decides to go elsewhere. Sato, we can bring him here probably for 2 years. Satoransky is here. And Joe McDaniel's about to get an offer. I'm about to wait. How much is that? 3 years, 60. You know what, guys? I'm not trying. Let's match it. Let's just match it, I guess. Okay, Harry Giles. Okay, and Harry Giles is getting a big contract now. So yeah, now we have just invested in this roster very heavily. And I'm not sure if I like that, but you know what? That's fine, I guess. So Joe McDaniels is getting paid 20 million. Yeah, I might have made some mistakes, but it's not like it can't happen in real life. So we'll go ahead and simulate this last season. Let's see if this last and final season could get us to the Eastern Conference Finals or to the NBA Finals. Hopefully this is the season we can do it. Alright guys, so we kind of fell off the face of the planet. We made the playoffs, we went 38-44. You probably can't see because I'm over it right now. And let me fix that for you guys. My overlay is going to go by. So yeah, it's going to be weird, but whatever. I'll fix it. That way you guys can see what's going on. It is what it is. But here are the player stats. We were really good, and then we just fell off. Like, here are the player stats, so this is what we got. We had 26.7 from Kemba Walker, 21 points per game from Malik Monk. So that is actually pretty awesome. Nikola Mirotic, 15. Clarkson and McDaniels had 17 themselves. So, I mean, all right. So let's see if we can beat the Boston Celtics. We're up 1, or they're up 1-0, 2-0. 3. Okay, are we gonna get beat? Are we gonna get dusted here? We even it up. 2-2. 3-2 for them, and we're probably 3-3. Can we win in 7 games? We get eliminated. So I invested heavily in this roster, and it didn't really work out. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video, though. I tried my best to be somewhat realistic. If you guys want to see me do these realistic rebuilds more, let me know down in the comment section below. But it's Crushables, and I'm saying peace.